Hello everybody, excuse me, Mr. Sick of Shit here. Sick of Shit Broadcasting, welcome. Going to get right into it. Don't have a lot of time. At any rate, I've mentioned to you guys a couple of times, all these states that have declared state of emergency, allegedly, because they say they are expecting to be overrun with tourists and they expect a significant drain on resources and what have you. Well, gets better. State of Indiana, mainly Indianapolis, is in the, how is it termed, portion of, state of totality. That's what it's called. State of totality for the eclipse to be seen in full in all its glory. Indiana today declared state of emergency, allegedly for the same reason. Folks, I've lived in Indianapolis. Okay, it's a long time ago, but for Indiana to declare a state of emergency based on an overflow of tourists would be like them declaring a state of emergency over the Indianapolis 500, which takes place, every year? That would be like Kentucky, which is where I live, declaring a state of emergency over the Kentucky Derby, which happens every year as well. This is a crock of crap. Okay, I'm telling you right now, these people are lying about why they have declared state of emergency in all these states. Something way bigger than a flood of tourists is going to happen. And as I told you on the last video, I know part of it is this dispersal of an unknown bacteria that is to cause a bacterial pandemic within 3 months. That's part of it. That's not, I don't think that's all of it though. Why would all of these states, all of which are at the point of totality, why would they all be doing this? As I mentioned to you in the previous video, according to the leaked documents, they were claiming that they don't know for sure if the other three-pronged attack is going to take place on the day of the eclipse. Think about it, folks. How many millions of people are putting themselves in the direct line of exposure for nefarious individuals and groups to just start mowing them down? A lot of people. It would be an awesome time for whoever wants to start killing people when they least expect it, because none of these people are few. There is no doubt in my mind, very few of these people are thinking about the possibility, much less the probability, that something like this could or may in fact actually happen. I'm sure very few of them are thinking about that. How many of these people are families? How many of them are bringing kids with them? Well, I think that these states are declaring a state of emergency for one of two reasons. Either they really are not sure if that other attack, which includes blocking traffic, shooting people who are stuck in traffic, invading people's homes and raping and killing whole families. We're not just talking about mothers and daughters, we're talking whole families they'll rape and kill. And then after that, the attack on every aspect of the infrastructure goes down. They either don't know for sure if it's going to all happen on that day, or they do know it's going to happen on that day, and that's why they're calling a state of emergency. One or the other, because they either don't know or they do know. We, unfortunately, don't know which. But just the fact that we do not know if it's going to happen on that day or not should be way good enough reason for us to be concerned. Now, you do what you feel is necessary for you. If you have a means of defending your family and your home, and you want to stay home that day, that's up to you. If you don't have the means to defend your home and your family, I would suggest not being home, because being home could be the most dangerous place for you to be that day. It depends on your situation and whether you can or cannot defend your family and your home. So that's my advice. It just depends on your situation. How many boomsticks do you have? Do you have any? That's where I'm looking at this, or how I'm looking at this. They either know it's going to happen on that day, or they're not sure, and they're taking precautions just in case. So you have to decide for yourself what you feel, and it doesn't really even matter whether they know for sure or not. Get yourself ready for this. I mean, if they're telling the people in their states that they need to have a full tank of gas and 2 weeks of food, then I'm going to say you need a full tank of gas, money for another full tank of gas, and at least a month of non-perishable food and a way to prepare it. That means if you need to get yourself a, what do you call those things? I've got one right here. A propane stove, and get 100 little propane tanks so that you've got plenty of propane to cook with for 2 weeks to a month. Do it. I would even suggest, if you feel like you need to, stock up on charcoal and get a charcoal grill or a propane grill. It's up to you, whichever one you get. But I would definitely be doing one or the other. I really would. That's just me, but that's what I would. I've done both. I cook with one in here, and I've got a charcoal grill outside. I'm gonna buy a ton of charcoal, not a ton, but a lot. Well, folks, that's where we are. That's what we got going. Godspeed. Go to him. Ask him what he feels. What he wants you to do. I need to tell you something else before I go. I was listening to a pastor that was suggested to me by Patera at Appalachia's Homestead. I saw him pop up in my YouTube news feed, ignored it. I thought, okay, yeah, another quack saying that God told them this, that, or the other. When Patera mentioned him by name, and she said I should go listen to him, I trust Patera. I went and listened. And you should too. This man is legit, and he wouldn't be giving the information that he's giving if he had not gotten it directly from God. So I'm telling you, Harrington, Whitfield, look him up, listen all the way through. It's about a 20-minute video. Listen all the way through, because he is giving us warnings and telling us things that we need to do. You need to listen. Till next time, Mr. Sick of Shit, signing out.